Hillary, who brings us to you. He's over there pouring drinks right now. He's going to join us in a couple of minutes. We got New Belgium Brewing here. Ryan Stoltz is over there with the Fruit Smash, hard seltzer, the Fat Tire. They got the Voodoo Ranger product as always, and Ryan's got everything set up over there for you. Joe is here from Connecticut Water because if there's one thing we have learned, that you got to stay hydrated during the Backyard Bourbon broadcast, especially when it is 90-plus degrees as it is today. Joe's going to join us a little bit later on. And then Richard from Ford's Garage with all the food coming at you from Noblesville here a little bit later on. That is a Backyard Bourbon broadcast, and this is the fourth and final one in what has been a spectacular summer of 2021. But let me introduce the homeowner to you. And we thought maybe did I make a wrong turn here? Nathan Swingley joins us. I'm surprised they let me in to this neighborhood right here. This is spectacular, right here on the water on Geist.
Yeah, John, I feel that way every day. I'm from Delaware County, so this is like I have those moments all the time, like the Jeffersons. I look up and I'm like, what happened? I don't know.
See, I was lucky enough. I grew up in Greene County, and I lived so far out in the woods where we were. We had an in-ground pool. It was a cement pond back in the day, kind of like the Beverly Hillbillies. But you can do a lot of things here. I mean, you got Geist and you got the pool. All we did was like shoot beer bottles off a fence post down there. That's all we did. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could kind of do that here. You maybe wouldn't want to.
You might be shunned a little bit. If
yeah,
you do that,
somebody probably get mad. But this is a great place. Well done, Nathan.
Yeah, you know, I was lucky enough to marry well, and this was my wife's dream to live on the water. So here we are. So these are good problems to have.
How long have you been here?
A couple of years.
Oh, wow, this is great. We got the pool right here. We got the pool with all the really nice, clean people, and the lake is for me. I'll dive into that, kind of like Caddyshack a little bit. You know, the pool's good for you, the pond's good for you, whatever. But, man, this is outstanding. You are originally from Selma, Indiana, with a lot of your Selma friends here. The pride and joy of Wapahani High School.
Right. Well, I don't know if the pride and joy, but yeah.
The pride and joy. How good were you guys in high school?
Well, if you're talking about me, not very good.
I'm like your school in general.
It was a good school. I mean, you know, we're close to Ball State. We had great teachers.
Right.
The baseball team was good. The girls were phenomenal in volleyball, and so the rest of us stragglers were on the track team like myself. And so we weren't so good, but yeah, we were really competitive.
Yeah.
Back then it was still single. It was like still single class system.
Well, and that girls' volleyball programs up there around Muncie are all outstanding, are they not? Yeah. Pretty much so.
Oh, absolutely. It's unbelievable. It's probably the hotbed for the country, honestly.
Now, this is Nathan Swingley, everybody, and I always like to advise that if you believe right now you're a friend of Nathan Swingley and you've not been invited, then you may not be as good a friend as you think. So I'm wondering just how many will end up showing up here because this is a great spot. Brent Halverson of Heaven Hill Distillery, he's the guy that runs all of this, too. This is not too bad on a Friday afternoon, is it, buddy?
Not too shabby. I mean, beautiful day. It's a little warm out here, but, hey, we got some nice shade, and what better setting to be on the lake right here. So thank you for the hospitality.
Thank you for showing up.
Got some cocktails here to kind of keep our temperatures right. You know, get the medication levels there.
Barkeep, what you got over there? What are we serving?
Well, I brought us, just to get started, one of your favorites, the Larceny Ginger
Well
Ale.
done.
Here we call the Larceny
Nathan, you got to sneak in here, too.
Cheers.
I'm like George Thorogood. I don't drink alone.
I mean, that's outstanding.
Can't get better now, right?
Actually, I do drink alone if I'm George Thorogood, but yeah, you catch the drift. Anyway,
you also wear your sunglasses at night.
I do, like Corey Hart, exactly. So anyway, the server over there is what Brett does. What do you got on tap besides the Larceny and Ginger Ale we just took a sip of?
Got our pretty good lineup of Evan Williams. Got our black label, our white label bottle and bond. We've got some of our Evan flavors, our cherry, our peach, which are always big favorites coming to these backyard barbecues. Got some Evan Fire back there for anybody like to get some wonderful cinnamon shots. We'll do those here shortly. I've also got some great treats with Elijah Craig. We got our barrel proof over there. Got our Elijah Craig small batch. We got Elijah Craig rye. Have a little special treat I brought out, our Heaven Hill 7-year-old bottle and bond. Again, we talked about it last week. Not available here yet, but big fan right here in Suburban. So
you brought up, how many bottles of that did you bring out? Just one? The bottle and bond.
I had a little bit left, and I brought you a special package in the car, my friend.
Yeah, that's what the special package in the car is always beneficial for me. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Again, Nathan Swingley is where we are. Brent Halverson's with us from Heaven Hill Distillery, the fourth and final Backyard Bourbon broadcast. Now, Nathan, we're on Geist right here. What is this called right here, this part of Geist?
Well, we don't have a name for this cove.
You need a name for it now. Is this a new cove right here?
I would say it's real new. I float around Swingley Cove. It's gone nowhere.
Nobody dug on it?
Not a lot of traction.
I got an idea,
But we're close to Kool-Aid or Juice Box Cove.
I got an idea for you, man.
Yeah, I'm all ears.
The Larceny Cove right here.
Well,
right?
we'll see what we can do.
Larson,
Is there a licensing fee with that?
No, we'll just set a bunch of bottles around.
Right.
That's
full,
it.
Right?
I think we can make it happen.
We'll make it happen. Looks like a little keyhole right here, right? That's what our Larceny, our logo is, a little keyhole.
Looks
This is a cove where we are right now. Do a lot of people come in here, like our friends down there that are drinking and listening to in the boat and on the big floating
There they
pad,
are.
which is nice? Is this where everybody hangs out?
Luckily, not really.
Okay.
Cocktail Cove is just
Usually
over there, yes.
Cocktail Cove in a day like today, maybe a little warm.
Hey,
It's
where you
just
guys
cold.
going to the bathroom out there?
That water's not crystal clear, John. It's not crystal clear.
Anyway, yeah, this is really nice, and hopefully with us here, you have some really understanding neighbors. Correct?
I think so. My closest neighbor's here already drinking, so I think
Okay,
he's cool
that's
with
good.
it.
Yeah,
That's even better.
We're good.
We are all good. All right, you guys, we got the coming up. We haven't done it yet, but we got our fantasy football league, Brent, that's going to fire up. That is it's winner take all, our Larceny Bourbon Fantasy Football League. And again, winner takes all, and it's going to be a bar restock like we did last year, correct?
Bar restock, John. We'll definitely make it worthwhile for the winner. There's some goods to be had there. So make sure you get out there, get online, try to get in this league because that's going to be the first thing. Got to get in it, but then you got to get by you and I.
Exactly. Have you done any research on that yet?
I peeked a little bit just the other day. Just had a little bit of time. I got some drafts coming up, and I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball right now, right? Like there's so much that's happened in the last year, but got a little bit of research happening. Got some drafts coming up here soon, so I'm going to be dialed in here in the next week or two.
All right, Nathan, fantasy football guy here.
I am. I'm the guy that's usually at the back of the pack.
Is this like League Wapahani or something like that? Is all your guys?
I got a league with some family down in Vincennes, Indiana. We do that, and it's
Now,
usually
wait. Now, how is this connection to Vincennes, Indiana? What's happening
So
here?
my mom's from Vincennes.
I
and
like
so she and my dad met down there at Vincennes University, and so I still am close to my family down there.
And they live down there right
they
now?
live down there in Vincennes, and but I grew up in Selma, obviously.
Right. I'm a big fan of Vincennes. Big fan of Knox County right here. I think everybody
place.
knows that. From Bruceville to Vincennes to Carlisle. I think Carlisle's in Sullivan County. But anyway, I'm a big fan of that general area, always.
Do you ever do Bob's Pizza?
I've done Bob's. Actually, I lived down there. I was down there for 2 years in 88. That's why we hear JMV 88 occasionally here when I had the Southern draw combined with the lisp. I mean, really the worst voice in the history of anything when I was first down there. And I lived on 9th and Busserin, and I believe Bob's was right on the other side.
Yeah, I'm geographically
Yeah.
challenged, but I'll take your word for it.
Ninth and Busserin back in the day. But yeah, Bob's Pizza has always been legit.
Phenomenal.
No
So
doubt about that.
We're going to probably buy a dozen of them tomorrow with my cousins, and it's going to be a calorie fest.
Backyard Bourbon broadcast. We're on Geist today in Fishers, I guess, officially with our Backyard Bourbon broadcast, the fourth and final. Nathan Swingley is with us. All right, I want you to give some name recognition to all your friends out here, too, while we're at it.
Well, I guess, thanks. I got some Selma crew here. I got my buddy Rick Spangler. He's been my oldest friend from first grade.
Shout out to Rick.
And Luke McMillan. And my brother Ryan Swingley.
There you
Robbie
go.
Maynor, and my father Dwayne Swingley's here.
Dwayne's a good dude right there. You
Yeah,
can tell,
he's
man.
captain.
He's in control. He's just saying, hey, you guys can fool around all you want.
He's gonna
I'm
pass
going
it-
to sit my ass right here.
He's going to pass out soon at Ford's. I'll tell you that much. He showed up at noon today ready to eat. And I was like, Dad, this thing doesn't start till 2. I'm still working, so. And Rick's lovely wife April's here.
Okay, April, the pride of Henry County over there, Newcastle, Indiana.
You betcha.
Correct?
And
Yeah.
they were wondering when JMV is going to show up in Newcastle.
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done a show out there. I've done 2 in Knightstown because of the Hoosier Gym, but never been in Newcastle.
I'm not sure what the selling point is for Newcastle. I guess you'll have to talk to them and see. But what is it? Largest gym in the world.
The largest gym in the world.
forgot
Is
about
it bigger than Seymour? Ooh, I
Yeah,
think Seymour's
it
right
is.
there, too.
Well,
Seymour
it is. And, the Hatchet House. I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier with April about Washington, Indiana. The Hatchet House, Seymour. I mean, yeah, the Southport Fieldhouse, all pretty big. All right, who else?
So
I don't want to leave anybody out.
We got the Walls. These are my old friends of mine. David and Brenda Wall are here. And
Shout out to David and Brenda Wall.
So good connection with Susan Wall, who is just a huge part of Heaven Hill, which is a good chance to talk
Nice.
to them.
We love that.
And my friend Austin and his girlfriend Carly, who's our nanny, who's still on our time for the company here, but apparently drinking. So I hope someone's watching the kids.
It is always good.
And a few more people are going to trickle in. A few people coming in. They could just blow off the afternoon like apparently these guys could.
Oh, yeah. I love it when you just blow off the afternoon. It's Nathan Swingley, we're the Backyard Bourbon broadcast. Hey, guys, and Brett Halverson is with us as well. We got the third and final preseason game tonight. We'll be paying a little bit of attention to that. I mean, is there just the backup quarterback battle? Does that interest you enough to hang with it for the entirety of the game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that's already been decided. I think the interesting question is whether or not they're going to keep 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, me too.
So
I listen, and I know that most people believe they're gonna, but I'd put Ellinger on the practice squad. I would keep 2 and do that, but
yeah.
I think most people believe they're going to keep 3. We'll see.
I just got a guilty look from John Chamberlain and his lovely wife Susan here, so I want to make sure that they get a shout out.
John's got the pontoon down there.
Yeah, he's got it going on. He's quite the captain. He's a much better boater than I am.
That's what I've heard. Although his is in the water. Yours is out of the water.
Yeah, we got the lift. We got the lift.
That is really nice, and I'm sure that comes with everything right here: the lift and the dock and all that.
Yeah, if you can write a check big enough, you can get it. So.
Yeah, and what does BOAT stand for again, John?
Buzz.
What is it? Another 1,000 or something like that? That's what BOAT stands for.
Bring another 1,000.
Yeah, bring another 1,000 or something like that. But what are you looking for, Colts, later on tonight? Anything beyond the backup quarterback situation?
No, I think you're right. I mean, I think you got to have get him on practice squad. I think Easton's got to be tuned and ready because we don't know this whole Wentz thing, right? You don't know what's going to happen with him. You got to have. I think Easton's going to be the guy moving forward. Needs some reps, needs some action out there. So we'll see how it goes. Just excited to tell you it's week 3 of preseason. Which means we have one more week of one more week. And then
they take kind of a bye week. That's unusual compared to the past.
And then September 9th, we're going to start our Larceny Lock show, and that kicks off the NFL season, my friend. And I cannot wait. That is right around the corner.
Our first one is going to be at the Slippery Noodle downtown.
Slippery Noodle downtown, September 9th, 3 to 6. Come down and join us because we're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to get back in action with the groove of the NFL and having a lot of fun with it again this year.
And we got our Larceny Bourbon Locks and Luna Azul Tequila Shots with Brent Halverson to start the year. Again, that is coming up downtown before the start of the regular season. We're downtown at the Slippery Noodle. All right, guys, really quick, fantasy football-wise, some people have already drafted, some people already have scheduled to draft, whatever. We wait until the last possible minute to make sure the landscape is pretty much laid out for us. Who would you draft right now, number 1 overall, if you secured that number 1 selection?
I tell you, I think it's going to be a bounce back from last year. You got burned on him, but Mr. Christian McCaffrey is still the man that's going to put it out there if you're playing for PPR leagues or traditional leagues. McCaffrey's your guy. He's going to hit it. He's going to get it big. That's where I'd probably be leaning as of right now. Like you say, there's lots that can happen in the next couple of weeks, so we'll have to.
He gave me a royal screwing last year, though. I didn't like that. He looked really good in like 2 weeks, and then he was just nothing more than a damn ornament on my roster.
He's a bell cow, though,
way.
John, as you know. But you take that one hit, and things can change. So
Nathan, who are you thinking about, number 1 overall?
Yeah, I did the same. I drafted McCaffrey last year. Surprisingly, the person had the first overall pick, and I had 2, didn't take him. So I took him at number 2, and I was thrilled.
Oh, sure.
But I can't remember how many weeks he was out, but it was
out like 13.
Yeah, it was substantial.
And
then, I was slow on the draw. I think you're the one that grabbed Mike Davis to back up, and that worked out for you and just completely hosed me. But I did piece things together week after week. I mean, barely. It wasn't anything that was juggernaut style. It was just me kind of putting something together and hung in there until the semifinals. But it was difficult. How we view a guy like Derrick Henry right now with Julio Jones in there, with an offense that you think in Tennessee will still want to run it, there's no doubt, but want to be a little bit more offensively dynamic. How do we view him compared to what we might have viewed him a year ago?
Well, you talk about a stud. I mean, that guy can just mull people over, right? He's going to get you some yards. He's not going to be the big PPR guy, but he's going to get you some yards on the ground. He's going to get you some touchdowns. I mean, he's in your – depending on if you're playing a PPR league or a traditional league, I think he's probably your number 2 or 3 guy looking in that traditional format.
What do you think, Nathan?
Stud, absolute stud. If I had a chance to draft him, I'd do it. I think, although I had to interject here, where do you take Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor? Well, I mean, he's, as far as fantasy sports is concerned, he is the number 1 Colts option. There's no question about that. And then further down the list, you'll get to T.Y., and we'll see about that. I think Nyheim Hines is going to be a good play, kind of an alternative play.
He's like
a little bit
round.
further down. He is a depth guy. There's no doubt about that as far as fantasy football is concerned. But, yeah, I just think about Jonathan Taylor as this. I know people are talking about, 20 carries as they try to acclimate, hopefully, Carson Wentz into things, hopefully, again, in weeks 1 and week 2. And they talk about somewhere in the neighborhood of 18 to 20 carries. For some reason, I'm just thinking maybe he gets a tad more than that. We'll see, because you saw last year, if you remember, he got benched. I think it was the Baltimore game where he fumbled, and they said they didn't bench him, but really in reality they did bench him. But basically, mid-year on, I mean, his numbers got better, and they started to lean on him even more. And I think that's one of the real reasons why that you bring Carson Wentz in here. And now I think it's expedited a little bit by virtue of Wentz coming back from this injury, that you need to lean on even more so. That running game, therefore, I think he's probably going to get a little bit more than even what people that cover the team believe right now.
Gotcha. Well, you got your ear to the ground. What can you tell fans about the line?
What's that?
What can you tell fans about the line, how it's going to shape up?
Well, I mean, listen, it better be like top of the NFL legit. I mean, that's the expectation. I mean, once you get Eric Fisher back and everything is there, I mean, there's a lot riding on this, because when you think about it, on the defensive line, offensive line, that is where this grassroots build began. And with that offensive line, at some point, and that's the hope with Eric Fisher, let's say he comes back and he plays well and you want him for the foreseeable future, you're going to have to pay him. You know that Quentin Nelson is going to get paid, and you've already paid Ryan Kelly. You've already paid Braden Smith.
Right.
And Glowinski may end up being the odd man out at some point, but you are going to have the most expensive line in NFL history coming at you relatively soon, so you better be, if not the best, one of the best.
Yeah, the only way that works, I think, is you draft a good rookie quarterback and give him on that rookie contract.
And they're kind of backwards on that too.
Yeah,
when you think about it, I mean, that's what you would like, but it hasn't worked out that way. They've tried to band-aid things up after Luck quit a couple of years ago, and they're still trying to make up for that. All right, should we tell everybody where you live so we can get more than just your friends and family out here?
Well, I think there are a few more trickling in, but I live here in beautiful Fishers in the Cambridge neighborhood, so swing on by.
Well, honestly, we're not that hard to find. I mean, we're really not.
Just look for the big 1070 fan or 1075 fan truck out front, and you'll find us.
Hey, man, thank you. When did you sign up, by the way, online?
It's been a while ago, and I tried a couple other times, and I was told I had already reached the maximum amount of entries. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that it did that online.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know. It paid off.
I don't know. It paid off.
It paid off.
Persistence.
I like to hear that we hit the maximum level of entries, but I kind of want everybody that signs up to be able to sign up. I'm going to have to do something about that. Widen the scope a little bit.
I hear you, man. We're thrilled to have you here. So.
That is Nathan Swingley, the homeowner. We are on Geist, somewhere in Fishers off of Cambridge. And is this a finger or a cove out here?
It's a cove. Well, I guess we'll call it No Name Cove.
If this were in Greene County, it would be a fanger. This would be a fanger of Geist right here. Thanks for having us, man. We're going to have a blast. Brent Holverson, I know you got some work to do over there as barkeep, and the bar is open, correct?
Bar is open, absolutely. Make some refreshers. Come on out and join us, and we're going to take care of everybody over there. Looks thirsty right now. So
all right. Well, rejoin us coming up before the top of the hour here. It's Brent Holverson, Heaven Hill Distillery, and Nathan Swingley, our fourth and final Backyard Bourbon broadcast. Joe from Connecticut is here, the official hydration of the Backyard Bourbon broadcast. We got Ryan Stoltz has got the popular booth over there, too, under the tent with Fruit Smash and the beers that you love, including Fat Tire from the umbrella of New Belgium Brewing. And Richard and Ford's Garage will be here before you know it with the normal awesome food that they bring. Backyard Bourbon broadcast number 4. Bob Lovell's going to join us coming up in just a little bit. This reminder, too, we'll go to Colts pregame huddle at 4 o'clock. So Bill Brooks, who's going to be downtown in studio, will join me. And then the Gorman is on the road, and Joe Wrights is on the road as well. So we'll have that for you, including commentary and Q&A with Rick Venturi and more coming up during the Colts pregame huddle this afternoon. That begins coming up at 4 o'clock. The Backyard Bourbon broadcast, the fourth and final one for 2021. We are at Nathan Swingley's on Geist in Fishers. Thank you, Heaven Hill Distillery, and all that bring us to you. Quick break. We'll return week 2 of high school football. We'll dive into that and a lot more. 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Be listening to 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan for Inside IU Football with Coach Tom Allen starting September 1st, Wednesday at 7:05 p.m.
Are you ready? Korn, live in concert. Summer Tour 2021. With special guest, Stained for one epic night. This Saturday at Ruoff Music Center. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Korn with special guest, Stained. Check more at kornofficial.com. Part of the Coors Light concert series. Never be the same again.
Go the official hydration of the Backyard Bourbon broadcast, and Joe is here, but you're going to get the best deals on the best water possible with Connecticut. I know that Nathan just inquired with Joe about getting a new system here, and so should you. 2 Indy area locations, northeast side Castleton, south side, that's US 31 and Southport Road. The Connecticut Water app, download that to your smartphone or device today or online. That's ConnecticutIndy.com.
Indy 11 is back home again for 4 straight Saturdays at Carroll Stadium. Secure the best seats to watch your boys in blue now at Indy11.com. Join Indiana's team this Saturday for Bob Ross Night, featuring an auction of player-created paintings and an art supply drive, both benefiting Teachers' Treasures. The Homestead rolls on with games on Saturday, September 4th, 11th, and 18th, all featuring 7 p.m. kickoffs. Visit the ticket section of Indy11.com for seating options, including the new Heineken Party Deck featuring $3 beers. Then manage your seats and more inside the Indy 11 app.
Hey, it's JMV with my daughter, Lainey.
Hello.
Lainey, why don't you tell everybody why you're here?
Because I'm helping you announce the Forum Credit Union's Sprout of the Month winner.
Each month, you can enter your child's picture in Forum's Sprout of the Month contest.
It can be a school pic, a pic with them playing a sport, even a pic with your dad.
The winner receives $100 in a Sprout account, Forum Credit Union's college savings account.
It helps kids like me save money for college.
And with the recent events, it's more important now to teach your young folks how to save.
Dad, I think it's time for this month's winner.
This month's winner of Forum Credit Union's Sprout of the Month is Lincoln Gallagher.
Well, Dad, another one in the books. Hey, what's the over-under for the winner next month?
You gotta stop listening to my show. Remember, go to 1075thefan.com and read about the complete details on Forum Credit Union's Sprout of the Month. Lainey and I will be back next month with another winner from 1075 The Fan and Forum Credit Union.
Hey guys, have you been thinking about a vasectomy but keep putting it off? Schedule your procedure today for a Thursday or Friday and take the weekend to relax and recover. It's a perfect excuse to binge watch and hoard the TV remote. My vasectomy at Urology of Indiana was simple and took only about 15 minutes. Soon after, I was out the door and on my way home. During my recovery, I took ibuprofen and was back at my office in 3 days. The physicians at Urology of Indiana are board certified and have over 130 years of history in Indiana. They perform vasectomies every day of the week, all year long, and are pros at what they do. And they have multiple vasectomy clinics, so chances are good there's one close to you. Now's the perfect time for a vasectomy. Schedule your appointment online today with Urology of Indiana at vasectomyindy.com. That's vasectomyindy.com. vasectomyindy.com.
Hey, it's JMV for FanDuel Sportsbook, and former MMA champion Tyron Woodley enters the boxing ring this Sunday to take on YouTuber turned Sportsbook. Don't miss out on your chance. Coming up on Sunday, $150 could be had on just a $5 bet. FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code JMV. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code JMV. 21 plus and present in Indiana. Odds boost available for new users only. Must wager on designated boost market. $10. $150. Risk-free bet refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See full terms at both offers right there. FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WIN-IT.
Hi, this is Ryan Newman, NASCAR Cup Series driver and champion for a great cause, driven to save lives and organ donation. Look, what I do is dangerous, and nobody's invincible, but we can all do something incredible to save the lives of others. That's why I want you to take a moment and register yourself as an organ donor, like me, at driventosavelives.org. You might just become somebody's real hero.
Hey, it's John for Bullseye, eventgroup.com. Colts VIP tailgate, we're not too far away. The first home dates with the Seahawks and the Rams at Lucas Oil Stadium. That means the best pregame party is going to get underway. All you can eat, all you can drink, and the entertainment of DJ Skids and DJ Helicon right there across Capitol from Lucas Oil Stadium. And if you don't have tickets to either game, you can combo it up, which means you can get passes to the best pregame party and tickets to the game with Bullseye, eventgroup.com. The Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. And you can get tickets to the game and VIP tailgate passes. Combo it up right now. Bullseye, eventgroup.com.
This is Dave Magine with B&W Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Drains. For a free second opinion on your furnace or air conditioner, look us up at BigBlackTrucks.com.
B&W, your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Your home for indie sports. Now with even more ways to listen.
Listen on air.
Online at 1075thefan.com.
And on our free app.
Stay connected to all things indie sports, including the latest news, show blogs, and catch up on what you've missed with our podcast.
We're never more than just a click away.
Download our app at Google Play and on the App Store. From your home for indie sports.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
The Ride with JMV.
Hey, you gonna stare all day or you gonna buy something? I'm gonna stare all day.
93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Backyard Bourbon broadcast in front of Colts pregame huddle, top of the hour, getting you set for preseason game number 3. We've got the Colts and the Lions. Bill Brooks in studio down on the Circle will join me at the top of the hour. And we also got Joe Wrights in Detroit, the Gorman, wherever the Gorman is going to be, getting you set for that third and final preseason game coming at you later on tonight right here. Also, it is night number 2 of the high school football season. Indiana Sports Talk, Bob Lovell coming at you later on tonight at 9:30, tomorrow night at 9:30. Network Indiana affiliation on the great stations across this state of Indiana. Bob Lovell joins us via the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Bob, last week was really good. Can week number 2 be even better than what we witnessed a week ago?
Oh, I think you're right, John. I think we had a really good week last week. Most of the games were played. Lots of points were scored, some really good games. Second week, you know how this is. You talk about progress from week 1 to week 2. You're trying to get better, and coaches really point toward this type of situation where you're hopeful that you can improve greatly from that first week to this week. And so you have some really interesting matchups, and whether or not that becomes apparent, I don't know. I think the Heat will have an impact on some of these games without question, because it's thick out there and it's hot, and I think it's going to make for a very interesting night.
Bob Lovell joins us, Indiana Sports Talk, with a recap for you coming up later on tonight. But last week, it was impressive what Cathedral did going up to Westfield. I believe Westfield had a couple of quarterbacks injured in that game, but still 14-zip and blanking the Rocks as they did is impressive. And then, for good measure, you get one of the better teams around in Brownsburg, do the Irish, coming up later on tonight.
Well, the Irish are starting off with a typically difficult schedule to begin with. There's a reason why they won the championship last year in 5A, ranked number 1, expected to possibly repeat. They have a lot of weapons that make this possible. Young quarterback, electrifying quarterback, a defense that's hard to move the ball against. So, yeah, interesting matchup. I think it's a Westfield team that started out similarly last year, made a great run. I think they're capable of doing the same thing this time around, too. So, 2 good football teams, John. They really are.
Last week, the marquee was, of course, Center Grove and Warren, and Center Grove got off to the tremendous start. CG and Eric Moore getting Decatur Central, Bob, coming up tonight.
Well, it's a really good Decatur Central team. Started out, obviously, with a good dramatic win over New Palestine. You step up playing the best team in the state in Center Grove. It's a good, talented team, but this is quite a move. And I think you find out in a game like this where you are about yourself, not only Decatur Central but Center Grove. But, I think most people look at Center Grove as a team capable of clearly repeating as a champion again. So it's a challenge without question for Decatur Central.
So last week, Ron Colley put up a double nickel of offense against Southport. Could we maybe make an argument early season at least that this team could be even better than what we witnessed win a title a year ago at Ron Colley?
I think you could. I mean, they were really good last year. And a lot of those guys come back. Again, you have that mentality. But they had a great start last week, as you pointed out. Plenty of football to play, but I do think that they're capable of getting better than they were a year ago. They're going to play a tough schedule, obviously, to get them ready for that, but this is a team that's very, very good. I'm not sure they have a great number of deficiencies to this point.
Bob Lovell joins us. Mooresville and Danville is one of those highlights on the schedule. And the Pioneers got off to a nice start, beating Lebanon 35-7. Danville has just got that thing rolling, no doubt about that. This is one of the better matchups of a Friday night, is it not?
That really is. I mean, these are, Plainfield boy in me. It's hard to say good things about Danville and Mooresville, but I'm telling you, they're very good. They were both, championship caliber teams a year ago. Mooresville lost a monstrous front line, and they have come back and with some guys a little more of a Mike Gillen type team that can spread you out and throw it around the yard and do those kinds of things offensively. Danville's just they're a difficult team to prep for. I think this will be a really, really good ball game without question, John, because these are two championship caliber teams, big conference matchup, and again, week number 2, what a fantastic matchup.
Martinsville put up, I believe, 45 in their win over B&L last Friday night. Bloomington South, a really nice offensive game in beating New Albany. Those two teams clash coming up tonight as well.
Well, Bloomington South, is a good team. They really are. A couple of move-ins. Dad's on the IU staff who've made them a better football team. And Martinsville is getting better. I just think it's a situation where Bloomington South may have a few more weapons, but there's obviously a big rivalry. They're close to one another geographically, and it's a situation where when you're playing that type of matchup on a Friday night, good things can happen for you.
All right, Bob, the kid from Noblesville last week went for what, 354 on the ground, correct?
Yes.
I believe the sophomore. I don't have his name in front of me right now. That's horrible. So his parents are probably going to rip me, and they should.
Mm-hmm.
Terre Haute South and Noblesville clash coming up later on tonight as well.
It was good to see Noblesville get the good start last week because it's a team that's kind of gone through some down times, if you will. But they had a great start, and you're hopeful that it can bode well on the matchup tonight because they. Again, it's a team that's got a lot of tradition, some quality kids. Great to see them get a good start and maybe give them some momentum to pick themselves up.
So Bob Lovell, Indiana Sports Talk is tonight. All right, give me a couple more you're interested in, I'm sure, including the Battle of Columbus with East and North in a Week 2 schedule on a Friday night.
You're reading my mind. You're scaring me, quite frankly, because, I did my student teaching at Columbus North back when it was still Columbus High School, and I forever have thought that what they're able to do football-wise, and especially the matchup they have in week number 2, and it's true, if you're not there already, you're probably not getting a seat because it's jam-packed every year they play it, and these are two teams. North got stung last week. East did too. Both teams trying to find a win. It's important, obviously, because you're playing one another, but it's also important to get yourself on the left side of the column and get ready as you get into week number 2 and headed into week 3.
It's Bob Lovell, and before I let you go, and I'm assuming you'll give a little bit of love to my Fighting Sycamores of Kurt Mallory, who get off on the schedule tomorrow night over in the Big TH against Eastern Illinois. And, Kurt's squad didn't have the opportunity to play any spring ball. It should be a relatively smooth game over Eastern Illinois, but you still don't know considering you hadn't played in a while if you're Coach Mallory's team.
No, you haven't played in over a year, obviously, and they are excited. Number one, they have a lot of guys back on both sides of the ball. I think their biggest question mark right now might be their quarterback spot. They have some capable guys, but I'm not sure exactly who they've settled on. And you're talking about people who don't have great experience, but at the skill positions, they really feel excited about what they have. They believe, and you think about the year they had last year that didn't take place. They're excited about the opportunity to play and get themselves back. And Kurt's a pretty good coach, there's no question. And I think there's reason to be excited about that football team.
There it is. Bob Lovell, Indiana Sports Talk coming at you tonight, 9:30 tonight, 9:30 tomorrow night. A full high school football recap for you tonight. It's going to be must listen and tomorrow night as well, getting you updated on everything. Bob, have a fantastic evening, and then tomorrow night as well. We'll do it again next Friday for Week 3.
I look forward to it, John. Thanks for the call.
You got it, buddy. Thank you. And, next week, college football in unison gets out of the starting gate. This weekend, you got, Hawaii, UCLA, Illinois, Nebraska. But next weekend, it's underway for real. Ryan Stoltz, New Belgium Brewing, is here right now. The Fruit Smash, the Fat Tire. You just got it all over there, don't you?
I do, but today it's a Fruit Smash. I mean, with the heat.
No, it's got to be.
It's a Fruit Smash.
Yeah.
It tastes really, really good.
Your booth has been really popular over there without question.
People drinking Fruit Smash like crazy. The Voodoo's doing well, too, and a couple Fat Tires. So
all right, how are things going as far as the products are concerned? And by the way, thanks for everything you've done. You do for us here, do for me, whether it's the JMV takeover or anything else, man. You're awesome. The JMV golf outing, which is coming up in October. We're going to give away a bike, a Fat Tire bike, which is awesome. Thank you very much for all you do.
Well, we love it. I mean, you guys are great partners, and I love coming out here. And, again, like I say, every time we do one of these, your fans are just awesome.
They
really are. They're
I love the dudes that pulled up on a boat here.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Just hanging out, listening to the show out in the water. No, product's doing great. We're having a great year. We'll see what happens. But, again, our pumpkin beer is out right now for another couple weeks, and then it'll go into winter beer. So, we'll see what happens. But Fruit Smash right now in this heat tastes really, really good.
Ryan Stoltz right there, New Belgium Brewing. Thank you, brother.
Enjoy it, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. Backyard Bourbon Broadcast, they'll be along for the ride as well with the JMV Golf outing coming up on October the 4th. By the way, you can get your tickets, I believe, either right now or maybe relatively soon coming up. You can get your tickets to be a part of the JMV Golf outing. That's coming up at the Legends. Thank you, Ted Bishop down in Franklin, and we're doing that for Teachers Treasures. That's more of a next week thing, but check it out right now, 1075thefan.com. Backyard Bourbon Broadcast number 4. We're at Nathan Swingley's. Shout out to Nathan Swingley and the gang right here. We're on Geist in Fishers. We got a little pregame huddle with the Colts coming up at the top of the hour. This is 93.5 and 107.5 FM The Fan.
We know the starting quarterback will start with E.
Empty set for Ellinger.
Which one will it be?
Play action rolling out right is Eason.
The Colts are in the Motor City tonight to take on the Lions. Colts pregame huddle starts at 4 o'clock. Countdown to kickoff at 6. Matt Taylor with a call at 7.
Fires upfield on the run. It's a first down. Great throw. Great catch. Desmond Patman.
Colts, Lions.
A huge third down conversion.
On your home for Colts football, 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Hey, John for PAI, WeGrowHairIndy.com. If you're losing your due coverage, you want to do something about it. 888-724-5129. And you got that right. Darren Andrews with the private consultation today. WeGrowHairIndy.com or 888-724-5129 or WeGrowHairIndy.com today.
Indy 11's back home again in Carroll Stadium this Saturday, August 28th. Get tickets for Bob Ross Night and help the Boys in Blue support Teachers Treasures at Indy11.com/promotions.
Bud Light tailgates are back on Georgia Street this season before Colts home games. Our next game is on September 12th. Stop by for $3 Bud Lights, food, music, and more.
BetMGM welcomes you to Showtime with a risk-free first bet up to $600. Simply sign up and use bonus code MGM600 and you're on your way to betting with the king of sportsbooks. Plus, with BetMGM's new one-game parlay feature, you can choose from hundreds of bet types and combinations within a single game to build a perfect parlay. All the action on all your favorite sports will be at your fingertips when you download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code MGM600 to make your first bet risk-free up to $600. Bet with confidence and turn game day into payday at BetMGM. New customer offer, paid and free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older to wager. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
BullseyeEventGroup.com, Colts VIP tailgate. You got that coming up, couple of weeks, right? Weeks 1 and weeks 2. With the Rams in week 2, the Seahawks in week number 1. Combo that thing up with the greatest pregame party of all time at the Bullseye Event Center. All you can eat, all you can drink. And you've got the entertainment with DJ Helicon and DJ Skids right there, correct? You could combo that up with tickets to the game. The BullseyeEventGroup.com Colts VIP tailgate presented by Hayes & Sons Restoration. Get your passes and combo that up with game day tickets today. BullseyeEventGroup.com.
Indianapolis. They are back. Guns N' Roses, Summer 2021, September 8th, Lucas Oil Stadium. Special guest, the debut of Mammoth WVH featuring Wolfgang Van Halen. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Guns N' Roses are back. It will be unmissable.
Exalead, a pharmaceutical manufacturing company, is hosting a career fair Saturday, August 28th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're looking to hire manufacturing, maintenance, and warehouse positions starting at $18 an hour and up. All shifts are available. Visit Exalead's career fair Saturday, August 28th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. located at 6102 Victory Way on the northwest side of Indianapolis. Bring a resume and be ready to interview. They look forward to meeting you. More info at exaleadbiopharma.com/careers/fair.
Hey, John here. Former MMA champion Tyron Woodley enters the boxing ring Sunday to take on YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. FanDuel's got you covered on this, too. New customers, exclusive 30-1 odds on either fighter to win. We're talking $150 on a $5 bet. FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code JMV. That's FanDuel Sportsbook. Promo code JMV coming up on Sunday. You don't want to miss it. 21 plus. President Indiana odds boost available for new users only. Must wager on designated boost market. $10 first deposit required. Max bonus $150 risk-free bet. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. It's FanDuel.com/sportsbook for more info on both offers today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Of course, she needs a college education, but I don't want her buried in student loans for the rest of her life.
It starts here.
She needs a school with great resources, but some of these campuses are so big.
The School of Health and Human Sciences at IUPUI has the resources of a big university on a campus with a hometown feel. It's a more affordable option with access to career paths in Indy's world-class healthcare and sports entertainment hospitality organizations.
At those big schools, I'm worried she'll just be a number.
Hey, it starts here.
Hey, why not IUPUI?
That's what I was thinking.
Graduates in the fitness management and personal training or physical education teacher program are getting the country in shape at clinics, community centers, nursing homes, and more. Through research projects and internships, they gain knowledge to change lives as personal trainers, health coaches, PE teachers, and fitness directors.
The School of Health and Human Sciences at IUPUI. It starts here. Learn more at shhs.iupui.edu.
Korn, live in concert. Summer Tour 2021. With special guest, Stained for one epic night. This Saturday at Ruoff Music Center. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Korn with special guest, Stained. Check more at kornofficial.com. Part of the Coors Light concert series.
Never be the same again.
Every play is a play to bet on. Whether it's who scores next, a three-pointer, or a free throw, it could be the play that matters to you. So bet live at Unibet Sportsbook. Live betting options for every moment of the game. Sign up now to get $500 risk-free. Download the app or visit in.unibet.com. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Indiana. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Hey, it's JMV here. It's time now for the race of the day, the Harrah's Hoosier Park race of the day. For 50-50 VIP prize pack, that's 50 in betting and 50 in dining to Harrah's Hoosier Park Racing and Casino in Anderson. Here's the lineup here. Patrick Bailey gets Ramblin' Art. Robert Smith with the Optimist. Heartland Revenue with Jordan Moran. Pam Brown has Putnam's Attack. Frank Meester with Pace Sealster. Brian Jones has Shark Fantasy. In Expense goes to Jeff Wright, and Chad Robling, my man, gets Every Play Counts. There it is, the Harrah's Hoosier Park Race of the Day lineup. Good luck.
The following is presented by the Indiana Standard Bred Breed Development Program. From Harrah's Hoosier Park Racing and Casino, it's time for the Harness Race of the Day on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
They are up. Heartland Revenue on a break right there at the start. And now moving up from the outside is In Expense, and In Expense going up to take the lead. Pace Sealster is forwardly positioned with the Optimist and Ramblin' Art right there to the inside. Next is Putnam's Attack, who is 5th, and then Every Play Counts 6th. Shark Fantasy is racing 7th, and way back to Heartland Revenue, who is the trailer. They go by the quarter in 26-2, and they now move to the back stretch. And In Expense is up for the lead over Pace Sealster. In Expense now stretches it to 2. Pace Sealster is 2nd, and 3rd is the Optimist. Ramblin' Art is next, about 6 lengths off the lead, and then it's Putnam's Attack racing in 5th. 2 further lengths to Every Play Counts, and then Shark Fantasy is 7th and still a long way off to Heartland Revenue. They're approaching the half-mile pole, passing there in 54-4, so they keep the fast pace up, and it's In Expense who is the leader. Pace Sealster is 2nd. Racing 3rd is the Optimist. And now moving to the outside, here comes Putnam's Attack, and Putnam's Attack is on the attack, moving up into 3rd, passing the Optimist while wide on the turn. Following along out there is Every Play Counts, and then to the inside Ramblin' Art and Shark Fantasy as In Expense continues to hold a 3-length lead. Pace Sealster is 2nd with Putnam's Attack now 3rd, 3/4 time 1:23-3. They're into the stretch, and In Expense leads and has it by 3. Putnam's Attack is into 2nd on the outside. Pace Sealster is 3rd. Moving through on the inside, Ramblin' Art, but it's In Expense who leads into the final 1/8 of a mile. In Expense in front by 4 lengths. Now closing in is Putnam's Attack. Putnam's Attack is trying to reel in this leader and is doing a darn good job of it. Here comes Putnam's Attack to go on by and score. In Expense 2nd, photo for 3rd with Shark Fantasy and Ramblin' Art, 1:51-3.
Just minutes from Indy off I-69 in Anderson, Harrah's Hoosier Park has standard bred horse racing through December 4th, thanks in part to the Indiana Standard Bred Breed Development Program. And keep listening for your chance to win with the Harrah's Hoosier Park Harness Race of the Day on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan. The Colts wrap up the preseason in Detroit against the Lions. Coverage today at 4 on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Smokey, this is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Shout out to Pam Brown, today's winner of the race of the day. 50-50 in betting and dining, courtesy of Harrah's Hoosier Park in Anderson. Putnam's Attack checked in with the win at $8, placed $380. And the show was $340. In Expense placed at $380. The show was $360. And Shark Fantasy, the show was $640. $2 exacta payout. $23.20 was what that was. The 50-cent trifecta payout was $73.45. There you go. The Harrah's Hoosier Park race of the day. Way to go, Pam Brown. We're live in the backyard of Nathan Swingley. We're on Geist and Fishers today. Thank you very much for joining us. Top of the hour, Colts pregame huddle. I'll be joined by, with everybody else, Bill Brooks back in studio, the Gore Man, and Joe Wright's also coming at you a little bit later on. Richard is here from Ford's Garage with the foods. Great to see you, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right. And Mark. Yep, Mark is here. Yep, I'm sorry, Mark. It's good to see you again, man. So how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Tell us a little bit about the food that you brought and the food we're going to be able to get at Ford's Garage.
Well, we brought an assortment of burgers, pulled pork, mac and cheese, big seller there. Just the usual hookup for JMV.
Man, you guys have been thank you for all that you've done. You guys good to go for next year, too?
Of course.
It goes way too fast.
It does.
I mean, when you think about it, man, it was a snap and we were done.
Right.
So, but hey, give us your hours, too, at Ford's Garage, because not only do we have it here in the backyard with the great food, but, up at Noblesville, you can go by there and get great food in and around it.
Absolutely. We're at Hamilton Town Center. We're open till 10 during the week, 11 o'clock on the weekends. Come early. The lines start 5 o'clock every night.
Yep.
We're there.
The buffalo chicken dip is an appetizing must right there, by the way. Mark, I don't know who came up with that idea, but it's a great idea.
That was Mike, the founder of the company.
Was it really?
He came up with quite a few of the food items are all Mike's.
What's the most popular appetizer on the menu there? What do you guys got?
I would say the buffalo dip's probably right there. Nachos. We've got a excellent pulled pork nachos.
Yeah.
The onion ring, the Tower of Onion Rings.
And the Tower of Onion Rings, the signature dish.
Well, I just know last week you guys brought the burgers, which are outstanding, but you also had the pulled pork mac and cheese that was out there, too. Holy goodness gracious. So that's awesome. And your hours up there, too?
Yep, we're open until 10 during the week, 11 o'clock Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Richard, thank you very much for everything you've done. That's Ford's Garage. Mark, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
Ford's Garage in Noblesville, the food provider of the Backyard Bourbon broadcast every single summer, and we will fire it up in the summer of 2022. Thank you, guys. It's Mark and Richard right here. We got the food, and we're at Nathan Swingley's. Whereas Nathan, come back over here really quick, because we're going to have to fire up the Colts pregame huddle in just a minute. It looks like the crowd is gathering over there around the New Belgium Brewing tent and the Heaven Hill Distillery tent as well. So it looks like you're going to be king of the block up here in Geist in Fishers for a while.
I give it about a day, John, but yeah, it should be huge for a day. So,
no, man, it is absolutely fantastic. Thanks for having us up here, and I'll still be here, by the way, because we'll be doing the pregame huddle live from out here on the deck, the patio, if you will, of the pool, and we are on Geist, and here comes the food for you.
Yeah,
and all your friends
I like
up here.
My dad is about ready to pass out from calorie deficit, so he's ready.
He's ready.
Are you still playing basketball?
I do, yeah.
Well, we got that goal over there, man. We're gonna.
You think I could hit one from out here?
I don't know.
I bet I could.
Maybe.
You got a ball out there,
we'll
something
see.
like that?
Yeah, we got one.
If you got a ball, I'll give it a go from just outside the tent here, and I bet you I could put it in there.
Is that right?
Yeah,
all right,
I bet you I could. You guys have some really good water basketball games out here.
It gets a little rough for old guys, but yeah, we have a few that are pretty competitive.
Yeah,
it takes a while. We played a 10, win by 2, and it probably takes about 2 hours to get through a game, but we get it done.
When I had an in-ground pool back in the day, what we used to do when we were growing up as kids is we would put, and we just back then had the floating goal, right? The floating goal in the water. Somebody would hold that, and that same person would hold it with the left hand, would throw you an alley-oop. And you shoot 3 free throws worth 1, and the alley-oop will be worth 2 if you put it down. Yeah.
Well, we don't do that as much. I got some friends that were very Midwestern body styles, right? So they came over like last summer, and it was like a dunk fest, like Shaq style. And so if you look at the goal, it's a little crooked, and that's kind of why. So
we had somebody hanging on it a little bit?
We did. So
we can't be hanging on the rim because that thing's fixed in there, right?
It is. It's a little off.
That's awesome.
It's tough to shoot, but anyway.
Nathan, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Nathan Swingley, Backyard Bourbon broadcast. He's going to hang for the entirety of the Colts pregame huddle as well. We're just getting started. We're going to get you set for the Colts and the Lions next. The guys join me. It is the Colts pregame huddle, 93.5 and 107.5 FM The Fan. Sit tight. We're back with you next.
Carson Wentz has returned to practice.
Will he play week 1 if he's not 100%?
I'm optimistic. A lot will depend on how I respond and how the foot feels day after day after being out here.
If you're talking about it.
Expectation for Wentz, and now coming off of obviously that injury and the rehab.
Carson Wentz, he will have a better season, much better season than he had last year.
I think he'll play him.
We're talking about it. He looked completely comfortable.
Your home for Indy Sports, 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Hey, John, for Andy Moore Buick GMC. That's okay, Nathan. You can hang around because you're going to see professionalism right here. Andy Moore Buick GMC, 131st and State Road 37. It is in Fishers. That is going to be your best choice to go to get a new set of wheels. And right now, nearly everything inventory-wise is under the 0% for 72 months category. Talk to my friend Eric Wilson and let him get you into the vehicle of your choice and have, in the process, the best car buying experience ever at one place. It's Andy Moore Buick GMC. That's 131st and State Road 37 in Fishers.
Right now, it's a seller's market. I'm Patrick Keller with Crest Point Real Estate. Get your free home value estimate from me in 60 seconds at sellwithpatrick.com.
Live in concert. Summer Tour 2021.